So this is for people who were either not here for growing the brine shrimp, or they were unable to grow brine shrimp. So just read a little bit about brine shrimp up here. This is something I want to guinea pig out with people. And what Pivot allows you to do is it allows you to basically change things, change different variables, and then see what happens. So sort of like a virtual lab. Just really important between things, just make sure you hit the clear button. And then once you're ready to select something, go ahead and select and then click the load button. If you hit play, it shows you what happens. First video is just asking like what variables can you change? Can you control in Pivot? It's kind of right here. And then what are you watching or what are you measuring here in the video? It has to do with this really. At the beginning of the video, there are a bunch of unhatched brine shrimp cysts or eggs, and you change things like the salinity, basically how much salt they're in. And you can also play with the pH. We're only focusing on a pH of 8. So the assumption is the pH is 8 and we're playing around with the salinity. So these are the salinities you're going to scroll through and change. And then this is where Pivot gets kind of weird. I hope they fix this. Like you can't read the whole title, but it says number of unhatched eggs. So if you take your cursor and you slide it, you can read the rest. Then how many hatched eggs are there at the end or by the end? And then what is the percent of hatched eggs? And this is like hatched divided by unhatched, parentheses, times 100. And that will give you the percent. And so, look, I'll help you out with the first one because it's kind of brand new. So, actually, I'll help you out with the last one. So, here's how you do Pivot. Again, hit clear. And then this one's asking for a salinity of 5 and a pH of 8. So, it's the only one you can select. Click Load. And these are different for each one. So you're not like, it's not giving you the same number of eggs each time. So this is, again, borrowing from another one. Just gonna look super weird. So just go through the videos. So like here, I'm counting, you're kind of looking for these sort of brownish to maybe even kind of a little bit of a white color circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So if it's more than half in the video, I would call that there are 29 unhatched eggs at the beginning. All right, here's where it gets a little tricky. You're going to play this, and it's over a 48-hour period, and you need to keep track of how many are going to hatch. So, kind of got to watch. Okay, this one kind of cracked open, but didn't really hatch yet. This one's trying to. This one's kind of trying to. But none of them have hatched. So, I'm going to keep track. Okay, here we go. Maybe, maybe, maybe. All right, I would say that one came out. You can see the little eye. This one broke it. So, like, when it breaks it in half, I would consider that hatched. So out of all of these, 1, 2 of them hatched. And now, what is the percent of eggs that have hatched? I need you to put the actual percent. Unfortunately, well, actually, I can put it on the .cam. So on your calculator, okay, there were 2 that hatched, divided out of 29 times 100. And it gives us a percent, and always take it to the second decimal place here. So this would turn into 0.90. So I'm going to come back over here, and I would say it's a hatch rate of 6.90%. So basically, this is no salt in the water up to a lot of salt in the water at a pH of 8. So go ahead and do the same thing for the others. What I don't recommend you do, because I know you can fast forward, but here's the problem with that. Let me just switch it over to, so let me clear 0.63, 8, load. So here's the problem. Some of you, you can count this, and then some of you may want to just be like, okay, let me go to the end. It's really hard to see which ones have hatched. So, and you're like, well, I'm just counting the unhatched ones. Some of them roll into the frame. So just kind of go frame by frame. It doesn't take too long. And tell me how many hatched. And then when you're all done, you can go ahead and submit. Now the other ones will be graded on the spot. Like these will grade you on the spot. You'll see a score for it. But this won't. I need to take a look at your numbers. Again, what happens if you miscounted and you put 30? Oh, okay. That's close enough. But it can be about 29 and you say 5. So it has to be pretty close. So like I said, spend some time counting it. And then once you're finished, submit.